प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
ओम प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. We are studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita with Shankar's commentary, and on the last yesterday on Tuesday we read Shloka 3 of the 13th chapter. We did not read its commentary, so we read it again and proceed. Tat kshetram yatcha yadricha yadvikari yatascha yat sachayo yat prabhavascha tat samase na me shrunu. So this is like an introductory shloka. Rather, it is the contents, that means what I am going to tell you, that is being told here. In the first two mantras, he had told that this body or this personality is kshetra. And one who knows it objectively, being separate from it, is the kshetrajna. And in the second shloka it was told, the kshetrajna is none else other than me, the one without a second. In all the kshetras, I am the kshetrajna. And also it was told that the knowledge of kshetra and kshetrajna is all that you require in your spiritual life. So that knowledge of kshetra and kshetrajna he will be giving, and so he is enumerating what he shall tell. I will tell you what is that kshetra and what type it is. And in that kshetra, what becomes what modifications are there, and what becomes what. This I shall be telling you. And so means kshetrajna. That kshetrajna, what he is, that also I will be telling you. And what is its influence, his influence on our life, that also I will be telling you. All this, listen from me in short. So what is the important word here? Listen from me, that is most important word. Do not imagine. Do not go to Tom, Dick and Harry. You have to listen to it from an authoritative person. And whom shall we get? More authoritative than the Lord himself, who himself has told that I am the kshetrajna. So one who knows the kshetra and one who is the kshetrajna, is he not the best person to tell you about it? And this is very important in spiritual life. You must listen to a thing from a proper person, then only you get the correct knowledge of that. So this is the introductory shloka, you may say. I shall be telling this, I shall be telling this, and listen to it from me. Shankar says in his commentary, Idam Shariram ityadi shlokopadishtasya kshetradhyayarthasya sangra shloka ayam upannasyate. What was started from Idam Shariram, etc., in the Kshetra Adhyaya, this 13th chapter, Shankar calls it Kshetra Adhyaya. That Sangra shloka, that is, in short, the shloka which gives the idea in short, ayam upanasate, this is being told now. Tat khetram yaccha ityadi. This tat khetram yaccha ityadi means next shloka. व्याचिख्यासितस्य हि अर्थस्य संग्रहोपन्यासो न्याय इति. It is logical, it is reasonable that what you are going to tell in detail, that should be told in short in the beginning. So what happens? We know the points in the beginning. So our mind does not scatter here and there. We should know what we are going to listen. This is one of the factors of what is called the Anubandha Chatushtaya. We should know the subject beforehand. Otherwise, we read Gita and what we find? Politics, sociology, hundreds of things, management. Gita is a moksha shastra. We should know that Gita deals with Jiva Brahmaikyam Shuddha Chaitanyam Brahmya. So in all the scriptural reading, it is important to know the subject beforehand. So that is what is told. Artha Vyachikhyatisya Arthasya, that subject which is being explained, Sangraha Upanyaso Nyayati. So Upanyas means introducing, Sangraha means in short. So to introduce in short means telling the effect. That is what we find here. That is very logical, the way. And then Yad nirdishtam idam shariram iti tat shabdena paramrishati. So first word is tat ketram. So what is that? If something is already told, then it is referred to as that. So that which was told as this body is Ketra, that. That here means that which was told as that body, this body, that is now told as that. Yacha idam nirdishtam khetram yacha tat khetram yacha. So yacha means idam nirdishtam, what is being told now. That kshetra which is being told now. Nirdishtam kshetram tad yadrit yadrisham sakiyai dharmai. By its own characteristics, how it is. Cha shabda samuchayartho. So cha shabda means the other ideas are being taken together. Yad vikari, yo vikara asya tad yad vikari. Whatever are its modifications, so this will be called with that modification. Yato yasmatcha yata karyam utpaddate iti vakyashesha. In the last two words, you have to add a word to complete the sentence. Yatascha yat utpaddate. You have to add utpaddate to complete the sentence. Yatascha means from what cause. Yatascha yat means the effect. So from what cause, what effect is born, that also I am telling. Sachayo yaha ketradnyo nirdishta. So that which has been called as Kshetradnya, sa yat prabhavo, ye prabhava upadikruta shaktayo yasya sa yat prabhava iti cha. So it is prabhava. Literally you found the meaning as influence. Shankar says it has powers. And the powers, we cannot refer to Nirguna Brahma as being with powers. So upadikruta. When we see the Nirgun Brahma as Sagun Brahma, when we see the Nirgun Brahma as Ishvara, when we see the Nirgun Brahma as background of this world, then it will show many powers. So those powers also I shall be telling you. Tata tat kshetra kshetrajnayor yathatmyam यथा विशेषितम समासेन संक्षेपेण मे मम वाक्यता शृणु श्रुत्वा अवधारय इत्यर्थ. So the real nature of that kshetra and kshetrajna, along with its description as mentioned, yatha visheshitam is the description as mentioned. Samasena means sankhepena, in brief, me mama vakyata shrunu. Shankar says, what is the meaning of listen from me? Shrutva avadharayat. So listen attentively. Listen and meditate on it. Listen and make the right conception from it. So that is the meaning of listen from me. Listen from me means make a right conception after listening from me. That is the meaning. Now, before he starts telling, he tells one important, very important thing. He has said from me, from me, from me. It does not mean I am going to tell you something different from what the rishis have told. So that is the Vedantic method. It must come from a guru who has realized it. But his realization should not be subjective, something his own. He should follow a tradition and it should be his own both. So that is how it is told that I am not going to tell you something original. I am going to tell you what the rishis of the Vedas have told you. Now herein some important point comes. Especially in the south we meet it very much. They say, has Swami Vivekananda told something new? If he has not told anything new, what is the use? And if he has said something new, then throw it away. That is the attitude. So what is the answer? Has Shankar told something new or it is already in the Vedas? If it is something new, throw it away. If it is in the Vedas, then what Shankar has told? So the point is that they never digress from the traditional knowledge, but they put it in your language. That language is suitable at that time, in that they are telling. Because they have experienced themselves, they can put in any language. Any language does not mean Hindi, Marathi, English. That period's mentality. In that language, as Shankar has shown everything intellectually. And Swami Vivekananda will tell everything in experiential point of view. So, that Bhagavan is telling that nothing new I shall, in the lectures on Jnana Yoga and the cosmos, twice Swami Vivekananda has very clearly told, I am not going to tell you anything new. What the rishis of old have told, I will tell in the language of an ordinary man. What the ancients have told, I will tell in the language of the modern man. What the gods have told, I will tell in man's language. Like that he has said. Not anything new. So that is the point. So Bhagavan here is telling, I am not going to tell you something new. Then what we are telling? Rishivir Bahuda Gitam Chando Vir Vividai Pruthak Brahma Sutra Padaishchaiva Hetu Madvir Vinishitai very, very important points, all of them. First is Rishi, V. Rishi Darshana. One who has realized has spoken. And spoken means Bahuda. They are telling in various ways. Same realization according to time, place, according to the nature of the listener, they are telling. So in various ways. Geetam is important word. Singing. He does not say what they have told, what they have sung. And Gita itself is nothing but Gita. Gita in the what you call feminine gender is Gita. Gita is nothing but Gita. So why is it that they sing instead of telling? In the Narad Bhakti Sutras also he says, Tat sadhanani gayanti acharya. When they tell the means of bhakti, the acharyas sing. So what is the singing? Rag, tal, etc. When anything is experienced intensely, it comes out as singing, not as prose. Prose is the philosopher's business, rational and all that. So singing is an important aspect of that teaching. Rishivir Bahuda Gitam, sung by the sages in various ways. Where have they sung it? Chandovi. Chandovi means in the Vedas. In the Vedas. If you take it Chandovi literally, in various meters. Chanda means the meter. So Chandovi plural means in various meters. But actually the traditional meaning is that in the Vedas. As the rishis have sung variously in the Vedas, that knowledge I am telling you. Vividai Pruthak. So in Vedas, in various ways, different ways, they have told. Because the knowledge being the same, according to the listener, the telling changes, according to the speaker and according to the listener. Now, this next word. There is a scripture by Vyasadeva. He has called it Shariraka Mimamsa Shastra, but people call it Brahma Sutras, Vedanta Sutras, Vyasa Sutras. So people confuse ignorantly or deliberately that this word refers to that. Brahma Sutra Padik. The words of the Brahma Sutras. But Brahma Sutras, what we know, came much later after the Gita, much later. This another point of confusion, let me make clear here. Gita, who has written? Vyasadeva. Brahma Sutras, who has written? Vyasadeva. So Vyasadeva. This is a big confusion, big confusion. Even old scholars have confused. So this must be made clear. Vyasa is not the name of any person. Vyasa is an upadhi, a title given to some persons. Meaningful. Meaningful means in the geometry, there is a circle and the circle has a diameter. That is called Vyasa. Vyasa means diameter of a circle. Now this upadhi Vyasa is given to the person whom we think knows from knowledge from end to end. One who knows knowledge from end to end is called Vyasa. Now, the most ancient Vyasa, who do not know the time period, who divided the Vedas and gave it to disciples, same Veda Vyasa wrote the Mahabharata. And that must be 3,000-4,000 years before. So that is the first Vyasa. His name is Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. His name is Krishna, but he was born in an island. So he is identified as Krishna Dvaipayana, Dvaipayana Krishna, Krishna Dvaipayana. And another name given to him is Veda Vyasa, who divided the Vedas. Now, in the 2nd century AD, another Vyasa rose. And his name is Badarayana Vyasa. There is a Badrika Ashram in Himalayas, and he lived there. So his name becomes Badarayana. Actually, his particular name also is not known, but is Badarayana Vyasa. When Shankar talks about Brahma Sutras anywhere, he does not call Vyasa at all. Badarayani, Badarayani, Badarayani. So Shankar has not confused, but many other scholars have confused. Then a third Vyasa is known to us. Much later, Patanjali wrote his Yoga Sutras. Then another Vyasa arose who commented on that Vyasa, Yoga Sutra. He is definitely not the Veda Vyasa, nor the Badarayana Vyasa. And his language is not that perfect, his argumentation is not that perfect, but he is known as Vyasa. And if you proceed still further in the modern days, it has become a family name, Kula name in Gujarat and Maharashtra. You will get hundreds of Vyasas. So, that Vyasa who wrote Brahma Sutras came much later after Gita. And so, Gita cannot refer to that. So, what is the meaning of the word Brahma Sutra Padaihi? Now, Brahman is not something which can be directly talked about. So, only indirectly hinted aphorisms, that means with the formulas like people can make. So, Brahma Sutrite Yena Padai Tai. Any references still continues to Vedas only. All this talk is about the Vedas. That the Rishis have sung variously in words which refer to Brahman. So the subject matter of the Vedas is Brahman. So the Rishis have sung variously in Vedas in terms which denote Brahman. Brahma Sutra Padaki. But they are sung. Now sometimes the singing becomes emotional. So very important word is added Hetu Madhvi. Hetu Madhvi. They're full of reason, they're rational. Vedas, though born from super sensuous knowledge, is not irrational. It is rational. In the Vedas themselves, many times, a reason also is provided for the truth being told. So such is the glory of the Vedas. And another important point about the Vedas, common with the Gita also, Vinishitaihi. Definite, certain, not ambiguous, not may or may not. Now here let us discuss an important point, very important point. People think what the physical scientist tells is certain. And while spiritual religious truths are vague, not certain. But if you see what the rishis have told are absolutely certain. Because what physical sciences are telling, that happens in the physical world. So we have no power over them. Hundreds of factors come. What I do, what you do, what the nature does. So what will happen in the physical world is never certain. Now in the spiritual world, I am struggling only against my own sanskara. No question of what the outside world is doing. No question. And so it is certain. If you do like this to your mind, you will certainly reach the goal. And the best example is this Gita itself. After every 4 or 5 shlokas, we will get a shloka which guarantees. In the 9th chapter, Kaunteya Pratijani, you promise that whoever goes right way will never perish. Mameti, he comes to me. Mad bhavam labhate, he gets my nature. If you see, after every 4 or 5 shlokas, one guarantee shloka is coming in the Gita. Similar is the case in the Vedas. So this shloka is very important in a way that Vedas, I am telling you again, those Vedantic truths told by the sages who experienced them, and the experience being so intense, they have sung it. And because of the varieties of human mind, they have sung it in various ways. And all that song concentrates on the nature of Brahman, and it is rational fully and absolutely certain. Such are the Vedas. And that knowledge given in the Vedas, I am telling you. So all these things apply to Gita also. So he said, I will tell you about Kshetra and Kshetrajna, but he has introduced one more shloka. And that is, as usual we say, in the beginning of every chapter, to make Arjuna's mind concentrated. Arjuna should feel attracted towards what Bhagavan is telling. And we all should feel attracted towards what we are reading in the Gita. So for this purpose, this shloka has come. Shankar says, Tat kshetra kshetrajnayo yathatmam vivakshitam stavti shrotru vruddhi prarochanartham. Stavti means he is praising that. Why? To incite the shrota's buddhi towards it. to attract the Shrota's buddhi is praising it. Rishivi, Vasishtadivi, that means this knowledge, though truth, but has come through people who have realized. Men are there who have realized. It is not some abstract philosophy. People who have realized, he gives the name, one name, Adivi, so many rishis. So they are directly from the known rishis. Vashishta Adivi. Bahuda, Bahuprakaram, Gitam, Kathitam. Shankar says Gitam is Kathitam. He has not elaborated on it. Chandovi, Chandausi Rugadini Tai. Chandovi means Vedas. Rugadini, Rugveda, Yajurveda, Samveda, Tarvaveda, Rugadi. So they are called Chandovi. Tai Chandovi, Vividai Nana Prakarehi, Pruthak Vivekato Gitam. Pruthak Shankara said they have sung separating reality from the unreality. Their singing is separating reality from the unreality they have spoken. So that is Vivekato, discriminatively sung. Kimcha Brahma Sutra Padecha Eva Brahmana Suchakani Vakyani Brahma Sutrani. Suchakani Vakyani. Indicative sentences about Brahman. They are called Brahma Sutras. Tai padyate, gamyate, jnayate, brahma iti tani padani uchyante. They indicate Brahman in such a way that we realize it. Pada means final goal of life. So padyate, they lead us to that pada. Gamyate, they take us there. Jnayate means we realize that with their help. Brahma iti tani padani uchyate. So they are called padas. Those who lead us there make us realize that is called Brahma Sutra Pada. He has given an example. Tai evacha kshetra kshetragyo yathatmam gitamiti anvartate. So it is they who have told about kshetra and kshetrajna. That is the meaning. I am telling you about kshetra kshetrajna, he said. And then he has said that knowledge told by the rishis. So meaning is that the rishis also are told about kshetra kshetrajna in the Vedas. Atma iti upasita ityadivi Brahma Sutra padai atma jnayate. This is a famous sutra in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. I have been telling hundreds of times. 147. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, first Adhyaya, Chaturtha Brahman, 7th mantra. This is not the whole mantra, this is the last part of that mantra. The mantra starts telling the world is created, means in the beginning the world was manifested through names and forms. So even today, what is manifested is through names and forms only. And it has filled up everything. It is all pervading. Anakagrebhyo, from the body to the toe, to the nail. That means he is filled up completely, totally, whole world and our personalities. And it is, examples are given like the razor being kept in the razor case. This example tells that outside you will not see, inside it is. The other example is given as Agni is in everywhere in wood. It shows that it is not manifested. Only when you rub it, it will get manifested. But it has the superiority. Razor is in one part, but Agni is in every particle of wood, but not manifested. Then it tells that I will give you partial introduction to that. When I see, actually he is seeing. If I hear, it is he is hearing. If I know, he is knowing. So they are its karmanamani. That means names depending upon the actions. And he already has told that these are partial pehchan, partial recognition. Because important it is. In this way we can know him. Then he says, now I will tell you the full recognition. There this sentence comes. Atma ite eva upasit. Brahman should be worshipped or meditated upon as oneself. And in that definition, he says everything is included. If you realize Brahman as Atman, then Brahman, the hearer, listener, everything becomes included. So that is that sutra. That sutra he has example and says like that many sutras are there. Ityadivi Brahma Sutra Padai Atmadnya. So like these sentences, the Atma becomes known. Hetu must be yukti filled with reason. Yukti means together with. Yukti means reason. Vinishita na samshaya rupai nishita pratyotpadaka ityartha. So not as a doubt, but that which will produce a certain knowledge in you. It has been told with such certainty that it produces a definite knowledge in you. That is Vinishita. Okay? Now he starts. First, Kshetra. Mahabhutani ahankaro buddhi avyaktameva cha indriyani dashaikam cha panchacha indriyagochara ichha dvesha sukham dukkham sanghata chetana dhruti etat kshetram samasena savikaram udaritam. Two parts. Because in the first line, what is told? The Apara Prakriti told in the seventh chapter. There he says, my Prakriti is divided into 8 parts. And then he says, this is Apara. Mahabhutani, the 5 elements. Ahankar, Buddhi. Ahankar and Buddhi taken as representative of one Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar. 4 are clubbed into 2. And Avyakta, that personality which is there in the deep sleep. That is Avyakta. So these are 5 elements. Ahankar and Buddhi and Avyakta. 8. And then in the second line, when we complete these 8 and 16 in the second line, this 24 is what the Sankhyas count as 24 tattvas. So all that is Kshetra. Indriyani Dashaikam, 11. 10 Indriyas and 1 mind, Dashaikam. Panchacha, Indriyagochara. 5 objects of the senses. So 10 plus 1 plus 5, 16. 16 plus 8, 24. So these 24 tattvas is enumerated by the Sankhya's. And in the second shloka, functions within the mind, the Vaisheshikas hold them to be Atma Dharmas. Many gross philosophers will feel the mental functions as self functions. I desire, I feel, I weep, I laugh. So these functions subtler, which the Vaisheshikas feel to be Atma functions, they are separately mentioned in the second shloka. Now what are they? Ichha, Dvesha, Sukha Dukkha. Now important point is Sanghata means this composition, this called body. Because some people feel this composition is myself, body. So that is mentioned. And Chetana, as we combine certain things, a reaction like comes. The scientists give an example for that. Water is cold, sulfuric acid is cold, but if you make them, terrible heat is generated. So, the scientists also know this consciousness. Chaitanya is consciousness. What consciousness? That which is the reaction of this combination. This is not real consciousness at all. This is Kshetra. I consciousness is Kshetra. As a result of this combination, we feel I. And this I consciousness is not reality. And then lastly, Dhriti. Dhriti is normally tenacity. But here it means if this I, body, is myself, I don't want to give up this body. That is what Sankhya or Patanjali say. Avidya, Asmita, Raga, Dvesh, Abhinivesh. That Abhinivesh is this Dhriti. He says this Kshetra I have told you in short and along with the modifications. Because this Ichha, Dvesha, Sukha, Dukkha, Sanghata, they are the modifications of the mind. And all things are modifications according to Sankhya. From one Prakriti, all these 24 come. So, the details afterwards. Shankar has nicely commented on every part of it, so that we shall see. On Monday, in the morning, I forgot to tell this announcement. Those of you, I have later on informed some, but some of you may be knowing your friends. Tomorrow is Shivaratri. And because of waking in Shivaratri night and all that, the next day also is a holiday. So you'll have no class tomorrow and Saturday, and then is followed by Sunday. So next class, both in the morning and evening Gita class will be on Monday. Tuesday is again Thakur Jayanti, but we will have a class on Monday. Both classes we will have on Monday. So no class on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and no class on Friday, Saturday and Sunday in the morning also. And the details of this Kshetra according to Shankar Bhashya we shall read on Monday. Om Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetra Ikapanaya Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Amrita Duhe Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hare Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraikapanaya Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Amrita Duhe Namaha.